But the people who are already in the homes right now, like the poor agent who's about to lose her home to the bank, there's a bunch of those people who cannot afford to hang on any longer.
People seem to be talking like inventory's piling up
The,
and
the
we got a
inventory is
problem.
coming. The amount of listings we put on this week
Again,
is probably I don't know, over a dozen new listings that we put up this week. I'm seeing in all the areas that I'm working more listings. Like all the areas that I was selling a home in this week had another house come up on the street. That's the truth,
another house. Well, you know how to
right?
really.
So it was like, oh, now we got competition. What are we going to do? The demand is
Uh-oh.
still strong enough to swallow that up.
Yeah.
I'm thinking one of them I'm going to sell today, but
Now you got to think about that.
it's still like it affects the value because now you look at the seller and you say, look, if we don't deal with this buyer and we don't, accept this offer or, work with
Who
this buyer or
knows?
whatever
Yeah.
it is, there's another option for them. Like they have a house similar to yours, better, bigger, more expensive, less expensive, whatever it is, but it's still an option on your street.
Close enough.
Who's to say that, another one doesn't come up next week, right? And that's what we're going to see. So I'm going to caution buyers. Let's just start from the beginning of the show off right. I'm cautioning buyers that
Cautioning
what
buyers
they're
to
getting
buy
into right
now.
now
Yeah.
is very, very, very similar to what we saw last year, and things did slow down. And that, unless rates just absolutely crumble down to a point where people can actually afford the houses that they're in, not the buyers. The buyers are working things out. We talked to Mark Mitchell there. They're used to it. They've already done their calculations. They figured out how to be able to get the money that they need. But the people who are already in the homes right now, like the poor agent who's about to lose her home to the bank, there's a bunch of those people who cannot afford to hang on any longer. And I keep screaming at them to list their properties. And like they just look at me like,
They're going to do another deal. It'll be okay. I'll do another deal. I got one close. It'll be okay. I'll save everything. Right? Isn't that what
maybe.
everybody thinks? Like it'll
I
be
guess so.
fine.
Or they
Like
just think it's gonna be better if
I'm
I
going to
wait. It's
figure it
gonna be
out.
better. And I'm like, guys, it's good now. Like I had some really tough cases of people who are in like bad situations, and they're just like, we'll call you next month, TK. We'll talk to you next month. Like, what are you doing? It's so good right now. Why would you take the chance on that, knowing that it's like you lose everything if this doesn't go perfectly for you? It's not just like there needs to be like a perfect scenario for you to come out unscathed. And right now, at least you have a chance of that. But they're just like, well, maybe it could be better. I'm like,
Well, so, but what does that mean? Get out unscathed? Are people thinking that this is like the last chance to get out unscathed? That if you don't get out right now, that you may not get an opportunity because things are gonna be
I'm
bad
I'm
soon?
I'm I'm saying that to people right now. Absolutely. I I,
That's what
I
you think?
wholeheartedly believe that we still have
Bad
a lot
days
more
ahead.
things. Look, I'm not saying long-term bad days. We still have supply issues and stuff like that. And all the government targets are all unreasonable that they're ever going to build enough. But as far as like, you know, buyer demand where people are going crazy for real estate, that only happens once in a while. It doesn't happen. Last year, it didn't happen at all. I'm going to see somebody today who was in a bidding war last year, and they paid way more over asking than they should have. Now they got some issues. They want to sell, and the house is worth less today than it was when they bought it last year,
It's
right?
crazy. It's
Yeah.
crazy. It's like
So,
it's
and that wasn't
weird.
even the peak of the market. It was just like you should have had proper guidance a year ago that the market wasn't that great, and that if there was a bidding war, proceed with caution. But agents are struggling, and I think that's where, back to my story with the deal this week, is agents are struggling, or they're looking to make more money. And so the report that came out was 45,000 real estate professionals left the
Yeah, I
industry.
saw that.
So what do
Well
you take when
done.
you see that? What do you think right away?
Oops, somebody made a mistake on these numbers for a change. I guess we'll get a correction later.
No, but because you think it's realtors, right?
Why is it not? Was it not
It's not
saying realtors?
realtors.
It's
It's
real estate
Stats
professionals?
Canada.
What does
See,
that mean?
like Treb is smart. Treb's not
Bunch
going
of
to go
idiots.
around
What is this?
trying to make the market seem like it. Like Treb works for us. Any information you get from Treb or BC, the real estate board, any one of those boards,
Oh,
they're going to release information to go, how can we stimulate the
all right.
activity right
Why
now?
you're saying
Try to
somebody
make.
put that out to make it look like things are dire
Of
and bad?
course, the
Who put that
journalists
out?
did, but it was
Oh,
Stats Canada in
Stats
their
Canada.
jobs numbers saying the real estate related fields. And so when you start looking at real estate related fields,
Oh
you start
God.
getting into like
Everything.
the guy who worked at the sales center nailing the signs to the freaking wall. You know
It's
what I mean?
not
Like,
tied to real estate somehow. Like, for
yeah.
God's
So like,
sakes, honestly.
sure. And you know where the most of the bulk of it would have been, in my opinion, is sales centers. How many people would have had a sales center open a year ago and then are just like, trying to beat the market. And then this year they're just like, all right, things aren't going so well here pre-construction. Maybe we should just close the sales center and we'll get people to register online.
Hmm.
So right away that would have taken Stats Canada's, that's nationwide. That would have probably taken out 30,000 people right there. Hey guys, thanks for watching our clips channel. Why don't you go and check out some more clips? We got lots of other good content somewhere over here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Boom.
That was good.
That was good. I like that. That was good.